Front women in death metal. You love them, I love them. Today we're doing a vocal analysis of Chaney Crabb from the band Entheos. Naturally, there are some differences in voice handling between the biological sexes, and I'm going to go into the physiological as well as acoustic details of that matter in the end of the video, so be sure to stick around. This is Entheos, an end to everything. Let's check this out. Okay. So we're starting out with a very specific kind of frylo. This is the kind of frylo where instead of compressing your resonance upwards towards the middle of the soft palate, you close off your soft palate and make your voice resonate at a lower spot first. So instead of sounding like this, we're now sounding like it sounds more thick and low that way and is also way harder to do. Fries love to resonate with high vocal frequencies, and if you want to combine a low true vocal approach with your fry distortion, you just need to be very controlled. So, insane tech right from the get-go.
This world is empty, and there is nothing left for me to feel here. Where the light doesn't raise above my endlessly walked alone, lost in memories of youth. Darkness envelops in passing days. My only comfort is misery.
She also sneaked in some fry highs there for the layering, which I think is really cool. But what I find really interesting about this part is her delivery. Despite sounding very continuously heavy, she manages to go through different emotions. In the lines where the light doesn't reach up until Lost in Memories of Youth, she had a more desperate sound to her voice. Which, neatly enough, is something that you can also see in her face while she delivers those lines in the video. Let's see where this leads. This part is a bit more over-announced than the part before and also slower in pace, which makes it sound more demanding. Very cool adjustment here. Okay, this is goosebump material here. So what we can hear is that her voice rose in pitch for that part, right? This is because this pitch is closer to a natural speaking voice. And I assume that is because she really wanted this part to feel special and to communicate feelings. So there's a very valuable lesson to be learned here. From a neurological standpoint, humans like music because it imitates communication, right? Therefore, you want to communicate through your music and it will resonate with people. So for us screamers, this means the more abstract, the more distorted our voice becomes, the harder it will be to reach people with it. So what you want to do as a screamer is you always want to leave some sense of clean voice inside of your scream so that you can act out these heavy emotions authentically for people to find something in there that they can relate with, right? Before we continue with the video, let's talk a little bit about today's sponsor, which is my own screaming school, Scream On. We are a forward-thinking school for metal vocals that helps screamers worldwide unlock their full potential while always staying healthy. If you are ready to take your metal screams to the next level, feel free to reach out to us over at screamon.com or slide into our Insta DMs over at Scream On Screamin' School. Now back to the analysis.
I want to see the eyes of God.
Fuck. Okay, go. Alright! So her fry lows come with an even more brutal vocal delivery in the pre-breakdown section, and in the breakdown we're suddenly in deathcore territory. Cool, with the witch highs. Just artistically, it's such an insane decision for a prog band to choose witchy deathcore high vocals as the climax of the song. It's very extravagant and it works beautifully here. For these vocals to pop, you really need to go full goof in the voice acting. It also helps to make some crazy faces.
Let this empty world swallow me whole. Deconstruction is over, my sense of being now. I see the beginning and the end, and now I live forever in the depths.
The chorus that we heard in the beginning becomes a completely different part in the context of the parts that we hear it in at the end of the song. Mwah! Chef's kiss. This is good stuff. So, one of the lessons that I learned today is that you don't need to have a huge variety of techniques inside of a song to make it appear busy vocally. There's a lot going on execution-wise here. About her very special fry technique. Now, I can't say why Chaney chooses fries for her lows in this song, but what I can do is share some thoughts regarding voice development, as well as tell you why I think Chaney does something really special in this song. Let me explain a bit about vocal distortion. So, you got the soft palate, the fry, which is a very soft tissue biologically built for babies to cry. Naturally, the soft palate has a higher capability to resonate with high vocal onsets compared to the lower areas inside of our larynx, which is where we find the false chords, for example. The more mass something has, the better built it is to resonate with low frequency sound waves, after all. Which in essence means it's easier to do false chords if you shout with a low vocal onset, and it's easier to do a fry if you shout with a high vocal onset. And you heard Chaney's cleans. This lady does not have a very low voice. So we're building up a technique where our voice onset is way below our natural voice, and then we send this true voice signal into the distortion where it's the hardest to distort. It's just insane. It requires a huge amount of body control, because if you do a low voice onset like that, it's so easy to slip down into the false chords. So the big lesson here actually is exercise always weighs 10 times your biological predispositions. To the metal girls of the world, never feel discouraged to do some sick lows. You will get them if you train hard enough. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like and subscribe, and also feel free to subscribe to my socials for more short format content. Until next time!